Hi there, it's Sian from the Youth Fairy. So, welcome to another bedtime list, a lovely, calming wind down relaxation for your kids, perhaps as part of their wind down routine before bed, or maybe they're going to listen and actually fall asleep. Or you're more than welcome to play back later if your kids are not ready for bed yet, or maybe even tomorrow if they want some wind down, chill out time, you can just pop it on and they can listen to it then. I'll leave it on my Facebook page for you. So let's just give everyone a couple of minutes to realise that we're live now. Perhaps you need to grab blankets, cushions, snuggle your kids into bed and get yourself settled down. And whilst you do that, I thought that I would share with you something that we're doing as a family at the moment that seems to be working really, really well. It's something I do in my clinic as well when I work with kids, but we've decided to just try it out as a family as well. So the idea behind it is to increase feelings of happiness and calmness by finding opportunities to do more of the 3Ps every single day. So if you've watched my other videos, you will remember that the 3Ps are positive actions or positive actions, and the more our thoughts will start to. So when we do something that we enjoy, that we like, that makes us feel good, or we have a really lovely positive interaction with someone else, our brain produces the happiness chemical called serotonin and other feel-good endorphins as well. So the idea behind this is to create more serotonin, more feel-good endorphins, and which will in turn increase feelings of happiness and calmness and just help us cope a bit better at the moment, especially during this time. So how it works is you come up with, or your children come up with, a list of 10, maybe 15 things that they really enjoy doing that would fall under that 3P category. So it shouldn't be massive, really expensive things. In fact, I always say in my clinic, when I explain this to children, I say, right, it shouldn't be things like, oh, I could get 50 quid's worth of V-Bucks or, you know, a 24-hour marathon on Fortnite. It's not those sorts of things. It should be really little things that they enjoy doing. So could be building a Lego model, doing some colouring in, reading a book, having a hot chocolate, perhaps baking. It can be things that they like doing together. It could be things that they want to do with family members, maybe having a movie night, board game, etc. Really important that they get to choose what those things are. So it's things that they really like doing. And then what you do is you write a list and you put a number next to each, maybe 1 to 10, 1 to 15. And then you can get a random number generator on Google. Literally just go onto Google and search random number generator. And then you put the numbers in and you pick a number. And the idea is that whichever number comes up, they get to engage in that activity either that day, or you could do it on a weekly basis, whatever works best for you at this time. So that's been working really nicely for us, although it did mean this morning I spent about 2 hours being a cat, because that's on my little girl's list. She's 3.5 and she's obsessed with cats at the moment. So number 1 on her list was mummy to be a cat. So that came up for her today, and I have literally spent most of the morning walking around being a cat and meowing. So unfortunately, some of them are not the most convenient, but the idea is that, you know, it's your child's choice and they're getting to engage in that really positive activity on their terms, which should hopefully help them feel a bit more calmer and happier at the moment. So yeah, give that a go. We're finding it works really well, and if you do try it, let me know in the comments on my future videos. I'm going to be doing this every single day at 7:30, so it'll be wonderful to hear how you got on with that and if that's working well for you. Okay, I think everybody's had enough time now to realise that we're live and to get yourselves ready. So let's get started. Let's dim the lights, and you can just get yourself nice and comfortable into a position that you can stay in for the next 20 or so minutes, or if you are going to drift off to sleep to this, you can just get yourself snuggled up nice and comfortable, and we can begin. So just start by taking a nice deep breath for me, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you continue to practice this nice, slow, deep breathing for me, I'd like you to think about the top of your head. Many people don't realise that tension and tightness often starts in those little muscles right at the top of your head. So I want you to think about those little muscles and allow them to let go and relax. Now, thinking about those muscles in your face, your forehead, your eyes, your eyelids. Just allow your eyelids to start to feel nice and heavy, nice and lazy, and allow them to close. Your cheeks, your mouth, your jaw muscles, relaxing those too. It's a lovely feeling when you just let your face completely relax, because you can actually feel the skin settling and smoothing out. And it might mean that your mouth opens slightly, but whatever's best for you, just let it happen. Unclenching your teeth and relaxing your tongue, because the more you physically relax, the more your mind can feel calm, quiet, completely at ease. Thinking about your neck now and your shoulder muscles. And into the tops of your arms, just letting any tightness completely drain away as you think on down through your elbows, into your forearms, down through your wrists and into your hands. Even your fingers, loosening and relaxing perfectly at ease. And now think about your breathing again for me, noticing that you're breathing even more steadily, even more slowly. As you relax more and more, you can just let any tension in your chest simply drain away. As you think on down to your stomach and the muscles either side of your spine. Thinking on down through your legs, into your ankles, your feet, your toes, just loosening and relaxing perfectly at ease. Just allowing all those areas to relax and let go. Feeling calm, relaxed, completely at ease. And now you're so beautifully relaxed. Nobody wanting anything, nobody expecting anything, and absolutely nothing whatsoever for you to do, except relax. And as you rest here, enjoying these moments for yourself, just allow your mind to drift and daydream, and I'd like you to imagine something for me. Imagine that you're standing at the top of 10 steps that overlook the most beautiful garden you could ever imagine. Just take a moment now to make that garden completely vivid and clear in your mind. Perhaps it's somewhere you've been before, or somewhere you've seen in a film or on TV, or maybe it's somewhere completely new. A beautiful garden you're creating all for yourself right now. And you can feel the sun on your head and shoulders. It's not too hot, just perfectly comfortable. There's a gentle breeze playing against your skin. And you know that as you make your way down those stairs, you'll find yourself relaxing more and more with each step, taking you closer to that wonderful garden where no one ever goes but you, where you feel so safe, calm, relaxed, completely at ease. And all you need to do is make your way down those stairs. So taking that first step now from 10, just relaxing and letting go as you move on down to 9 and 8, perfectly at ease as you continue down to 7 and 6. You notice a picture on the wall beside you, a picture that inspires you as you watch it forming filling you with such a sense of calmness, absolute calmness that just flows through you and around you. And you continue down to 5, you're halfway down those steps now. Curious as to what you'll find as you continue down from 4 to 3, almost as if you're wishing of air, not quite touching the steps anymore, just floating on down. From 2 to 1, and you can relax your shoulders, every muscle, perfectly at ease. And now you take that final step into this wonderful garden. You can feel the softness of the newly cut grass beneath your feet, the scent of masses upon masses of brightly coloured flowers, and there's a gentle sound of birds singing, echoing faintly in the stillness of the air. It's almost a magical place, stretching into the distance as far as the eye can see in every direction. You notice beautiful shrubs and flowers, tall, elegant trees, and a beautiful, ornamental fountain which seems to feed into a gently trickling stream. And this fascinates you, and you wander over to the edge of the stream and gently lower yourself down onto the soft grassy bank, and you just sit for a while gazing into the cool, clear water, listening to the faint sound of the fountain splashing into the pool that feeds this gentle stream. After a little while, you lay back on the grass and look up at the clearest of blue skies. And as you relax more and more, your eyes begin to close and you just drift off into a deep, relaxing sleep. And as you sleep, you have a dream. You dream that your whole body is becoming lighter and lighter and lighter, so light that you feel you must surely begin to float on air at any moment. And then you feel yourself just floating and drifting, supported by the softest and calmest of warm breezes. And you can sometimes see, just through your closed eyelids, flashes of colours, and you realise that you're floating in a sea of colour, a warm sea of colour that relaxes and comforts you as you drift. You're aware of misty reds and oranges, soft yellow tones, gentle greens and blues that somehow seem like clouds, and the deepest of softest indigos and violets that you could ever have imagined. And it begins to dawn on you that you're floating in a rainbow, a magical rainbow. And because in this rainbow time and space does not exist in the same way that we usually know it, you might have floated here for just a moment, or for 100 years, or perhaps just the blinking of an eye. You might have floated forwards in time, or back in time, and it gradually begins to seem to you that you might even be able to float here for just as long as you wish, with this wonderful, calming, relaxing feeling, just floating and drifting through this magical sea of gentle flowing colours. And whilst you're reflecting on these thoughts, I'm going to tell you a story. Once there was a king who offered a prize to the artist who could paint the best picture in all the land of peace. Many artists tried. The king looked at all the pictures, but there were only 2 he really liked, and he had to choose between them. One picture was of a calm lake The lake was a perfect mirror for calmness, with peaceful, towering mountains all around it. Overhead was the most beautiful blue sky, with fluffy white clouds. Everyone who saw this picture thought it was the perfect picture of peace. The other picture had mountains too, but these were rugged and bare. Above was an angry sky, from which rain fell and lightning played. Down the side of the mountain tumbled a foaming waterfall. This did not look peaceful at all. But when the king looked closely, he saw behind the waterfall a tiny bush growing in a crack in the rock. In the bush, a mother bird had built her nest. Right there, in the midst of the rush of angry water, sat the mother bird on her nest, in perfect calmness and peace. Which picture do you think won the prize? Well, the king chose the second picture. And when he was asked why, he explained, because calmness and peace does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work. Peace means to be in the middle of all of those things and still be calm inside. That is the real meaning of peace. And as you rest here, enjoying these moments all for yourself, it's interesting to wonder how things could have been different in so many ways. You see, changes begin small before they become big and meaningful, and provided that you water a small tree, it will grow to be big and strong. But you must be careful you don't water the weeds, or for a while the weeds will take over and appear to be bigger than the tree. But you do know that's not possible, don't you? And you will weed out those weeds, won't you? And have you ever noticed just how strong and healthy even the smallest of trees can look when it's not surrounded by weeds? And I wonder if you do know that you control the weeds, and how good that feels to be in control of that garden of your mind. And so, if you're in bed, you can continue to rest now and just allow your mind to fall into a lovely, deep, refreshing sleep. If you're not in bed though, perhaps you're listening just before bedtime or listening during the day, you can just take a nice deep breath for me now. And when you're ready, open your eyes, feeling calm, safe, relaxed, completely happy.